Donald Trump's lawyers are expected to call his oldest son to the stand first, although Trump's lawyers have said that his children really not involved in this case at all. So Don Jr. is the executive VP of the Trump organization, and 2 weeks ago, we heard him answering questions from the prosecution. He testified that he never worked on the financial statements at the heart of this case, and he also said he relied heavily on the company's finance chief and outside accountants to verify the accuracy of those business records in question. Now, two of the former president's other children, Eric and Ivanka, were also called to testify, with Ivanka testifying last Thursday that she didn't recall most of the emails and conversations that they were asking her about here as it relates to this case. Now, the Trump family and organization is accused of knowingly inflating the value of their business properties for financial gain, and prosecutors claim the company inflated their value of their properties by billions of dollars, and that Donald Trump himself inflated his own net worth to, of course, secure better loans and insurance. New York Attorney General Letitia James is seeking more than $300 million in this case, and she also wants a ban on the Trump family being able to do business in the state of New York. And while an appeals court decided that Trump could remain in control of his properties, at least for now, leading up to the trial, Judge Arthur Engoron ruled that the defendants committed fraud, and he set forth a punishment that could strip the family of operating their most prized properties in New York, like Trump Tower. Trump attorney and spokeswoman Alina Habba told Fox News yesterday the former president will ask for a mistrial.
It's a bench trial. We have one judge, and it's the same judge that issued the gag order that has to make those determinations. So at this point, you know, I don't have any reason to believe he shouldn't, after what we've learned, if it's true. But I will tell you that it's concerning when he is the arbiter and the decision maker of some of these issues.
And Donald Trump himself is also expected to testify. Again, the former president, though, maintains, as he has done all along, that he's done nothing wrong. Carolyn.
Mara Sirianni, thanks so much.
Well, joining us now to talk about what we might see from the defense is criminal defense attorney Daryl Cohen. Daryl, good morning. Thanks for giving us some time. We appreciate it.
Good morning, Rob. How are you?
I'm good. So listen, in a nutshell, the Trump defense so far has been, A, I know nothing, I remember nothing, talk to the financial guys, talk to the lawyers. A, just because I signed it doesn't mean that I knowingly did this thing that you're accusing me of. How do you think that defense plays out in general, and then in the context that this is not a jury trial, it's only one judge who's going to decide this whole thing?
So, Rob, in my view, it depends on the credibility of Donald Jr. Does he appear to be truthful? Does this judge believe him? We're not looking at a jury, so we're not having to convince 12 men and women. We have to convince but one person sitting on the bench with a black robe. Is he believable? Is he credible? Does he sound credible? Obviously, we know that he is going to say and testify to, I didn't do it. I didn't know anything about it. We did what the accountant said to do, and we signed it. And actually, I'm not an accountant, and because I'm not an accountant, then I trust the people, the professionals that we hire. Does the judge buy this? Does he lease it? Does he ignore it? It's going to be very interesting to see, and it's going to be important that Donald Jr. goes ahead and acts calm and is acting. And I say acting because we don't know, is he credible, and does the judge believe him? And this is part of the puzzle. It's piece by piece by piece from the state. It's now piece by piece by piece from the defense lawyers, and trying to show to this judge that they were not knowledgeable if the judge actually believes that what the state of New York is saying is accurate. And so many people, let's lower it a little bit. When people are trying to buy a home, they want to inflate the amount of money that they have so they can get the better rate. Is that unusual? Is that good? Is it bad? I don't know. I can tell you it happens all of the time.
I'm trying to, because it's not a jury trial, I do think that a layman's perspective on the case is still valid for people who are watching this case at their home and going, okay, and trying to follow it. Because it essentially, negates the power of having to sign something. If I run a company and I sign something, your signature has to mean something. You are taking responsibility, not just by virtue of your position in the company, but you put your John Hancock on this piece of paper, the same way you and I would sign a loan document or someone doing work on your house and what they're going to do and not do. We sign things all the time. Shouldn't someone with the corner office and a big title who signed a piece of paper, it is your responsibility, is it not? Because if it's not, then what good is any of that paperwork?
I completely concur. When I sign my name, I'm signing that I am telling you that everything on that signature as a result of that signature is nothing but the truth. And I am saying that I know that is the truth. But I also realize that this trial is as much about Donald's dad running for president again as it is about the civil trial. So at each moment, at each step during this trial, Donald Sr. is still running for president, and he has a base of people that he's trying to extend to. Is he successful? We'll find out. But yes, when I sign, when I affix my signature, Darrell B. Cohen, I am attesting, I am saying, yes, everything I sign is true. And as a result of that, I will be personally held accountable. Is it the same way in a major corporation? It should be. We'll see.
And 30 seconds. Is there a reason you think that they're calling Don Jr. to the stand first? And do you think they put former President Trump back on the stand, the defense team?
I think they're calling Don Jr. to the stand first because he is credible in their view. He has a good appearance. He makes a good appearance, and he will hopefully, in the defense point of view, connect with the judge and say, hey, I didn't do it. My dad didn't do it. We didn't know what we were doing. We were careless. We shouldn't have been, but we were. We trusted the professionals. So, yes, there's a reason he's being called first. It's a little less impact than calling the former president, a gentleman running for presidency again, first, if they call him at all. Their strategy is their strategy, and we're not privy to their strategy. But once it's been done, once the trial continues to unfold, we begin to see what they are thinking and why they're thinking that, and we can analyze it. But as far as predictability, it's predictably unpredictable.
I hear you. Well, I appreciate your expertise. I also appreciate you taking time out of what I hope is a vacation in Cancun to join us. You're a good man.
It was a conference of 150 lawyers that was wonderful.
Oh, very nice. Well, okay, there are far worse places to be than Cancun, sir, so give the staff at Senor Frogs my best. Criminal defense attorney Darrell Cohen, thanks so much for giving us some time, sir. Appreciate it.